hip opening stretches. Set up for swan pose with your leg extended behind you, or it can be bent. And then come forward over your center of your body. Allow your back to relax down and your hips to come lower to the ground. And slowly move towards the bent knee on an angle, so you're on a diagonal with your torso. And allow the hips to relax, the back to relax. Keep breathing through the work. The breath will help lengthen the muscles out. Now slowly come over to the center again, lift yourself up, tuck your toe behind you, and switch legs. So you're setting up for that swan or pigeon pose in the opposite direction, extending your back leg away and then come forward over your bent leg, allowing the hips to release down towards the mat and the back to relax. This really helps to open up your hip joints and release the tension there. Turn your body towards the bent knee. Allow the back and the hips to go lower and deeper with each breath. Now lift yourself up, turn your knees to the front, bring your feet wide. So make sure that your toes are turned out and your knees are in line with your ankles. Bring your elbows down underneath your shoulders and flatten out your back. Ensure your belly muscles are lifted. That helps support the back. And with each breath, give yourself a little bit more stretch on the inner thigh. And you could try PNF stretching with this move. The PNF stretching is a contraction of the inner thighs, and you hold that contraction for 3 counts and then slowly let it go. You can try it again. The squeeze of the inner thighs for 3 counts. 3, 2, 1, and release. And if this doesn't feel good for you, you can rock your hips forward or back, but just make sure that the belly muscles are engaged to support the back muscles. Keep breathing through the work. Now bring your toes together, your knees are still apart, and come into a child's pose. So it's a full extension in the back muscles, a release of tension. And slowly walk your hands in and reset into a modified half lotus position. So you start with your legs crossed. Take the front foot on top of the calf muscle. On the thigh is the more advanced option, if you wish. Make sure that that top foot is flexed and the hips are square and level. And then exhale as you come forward over the bent legs and then over towards the diagonal. Just allowing the hips to release as much as you can. Adjust if you need to. And let the breath work its magic in the body, releasing you further into the moment, bringing oxygen to the tired muscles. Now switching the leg so that the opposite leg is in front. Choose your option wisely. Either the ankle can be on the ground, on the calf or right up onto the thigh. Anchor through your hips, lengthen through the spine before you come forward, hinging from your hips, allowing the back and the hip joint to relax. Turn over to the bent leg on top and allow that change in position to lengthen out the back and the hip in another way. Take your time with this. Slowly